Next one, I think lesson one. So I'll kick it off. Stephen, you can continue on. Again, to me, people always ask the question, well, how do I start? I don't know what to do. We already have, computer system validation policy, procedures. You know what? Don't touch anything. You have a new system. You have a small system. You just want to go paperless on your validation, paper process. Pilot it. Start with a pilot study. Take advantage of this. Look, you're not alone. You got the support of the FDA. You got the support of ISB GAMP. What are you waiting for, right? Start thinking how you can implement. Ask a friend. Call a friend. Call us. It's not difficult, yet the devil's in the details, right? So start with a pilot study and take advantage of that methodology. Stephen?
Yeah, just remember that a protocol or a change control can be used as an acceptable planned deviation from your procedures.
I like that one in particular. Yes, that is exactly it. That's the right way to kind of use one of those protocols.
Exactly.
So really, I mean, with COVID-19 and just, guys, it's 2020. How many of us are still pushing piles of papers and manual signatures around? There's no better time to go paperless, contactless.
So really what we've done here is build the CSA concept within that tool, right? So again, it's really important. We've got the accelerators to actually help out implement it. And again, you don't want to use paperless validation, that's fine, but start thinking about using CSA.
Training is important. People who are going to be impacted by your current CSV process going to CSA, workshop trainings work best. Get people involved who understand CSA and explain to them how it's gonna play out. This is one of the biggest keys to succeeding with CSA in your organization. And once people get familiar and comfortable with unscripted testing, they really like where it's going. They like the efficiency of the unscripted testing. They like being able to take credit for it. But without training, it's just a big question mark.
Really, what I want to just add here is about the culture, right? So think about it from a culture perspective. Everyone needs to be on board, IT and quality. Yes, quality usually pushes back. Yeah, because they want to stay compliant. They want to keep you compliant. For those of you on the phone from IT, quality is not the enemy. It's not the police. It's your attorney. Right? They're trying to help you. And we're actually reaching out to a lot of quality organizations. Think about this. Yeah, this is a little bit overboard. I think it's not simple. We may be out of, no, it's not. The guidance is coming up. ISB GAMP is addressing it. You've got Mr. Cisco Vicenty here talking about it. You have any questions from that perspective? How can I adopt it? How can I start thinking about it and implementing it? Reach out to us, reach out to Cisco. We'll be more than happy to help. I think really from a next step perspective here, and now we can go to the next slide, please, Chris. So a large number of early adopters. We mentioned earlier how many of them started way back in 2017, thankfully. Have been socializing and testing CSA. Again, they're not implementing it across the board, but yet they're testing specific projects, right? So this has been going on for over 3 years. So what are you waiting for, right? So really next step, determine the barriers at your company to align to CSA. Develop pilot studies, we've already mentioned that. Engage in CSA conferences and webinars. Learn more to feel a little bit more cozier and better about it. Think of the devil in the details, right? There's a lot of factors to it. It's your organization, it's your quality. There's a lot of things that you really need to work out internally until you start doing it. Because again, and we've discussed this, Cisco, in our meeting, we don't want that pendulum to go totally to the left, right? We always have to keep in mind what systems are we dealing with. There's no black or white, right? There's always that system that could have maybe indirect or direct impact and maybe not. So there's a lot of questions you need to ask yourself. Again, it goes back to that critical thinking, right? Critical think, Discuss, ask for advice. Again, you can contact us. This is a sales bullet point. Hey, contact compliance group for help with CSA. Discuss adoption of paperless and contactless CSA. This is the right time to really start thinking about going paperless. It's very important. Cisco, any other recommendation for our next step?
I think a couple of things that are in line with what you've suggested there. It's the thought that quality isn't the enemy, right? They right now serve a function, and oftentimes, unfortunately, a function is to protect the organization, the patients first, but secondly, protect the organization from any situations or risks that it's got for, you know, regulatory compliance, legal issues, and what's going on. So, you know, what seems frustrating, they are serving their function. They're trying to help. Oftentimes, once they get past the idea that this is not a regulatory risk, they've got the expertise to help you get that implemented and done in the best way possible. Reach out to them. There are various organizations that can help. And at the last case scenario, again, there's always contacting us at the FDA, and it's not last case. You could contact us at any point in time that you want to. Oftentimes, I find that, you know, what people need is direction expertise that's better suited for other organizations on direct application. When it's needed, that they just need evidence and proof from FDA that it's us, and I can help. We can say that, yes, this is acceptable. You can do this. It's the time to think through it and move forward. So feel free, take advantage, use those resources, reach out. No one is going to bite or have an issue or cause a inspection to come down anybody's throat because of it.